Hello and welcome back to a new weekly reading vlog. It is currently Tuesday, so yes, I am late again, but it's okay. I finished my vlog off on Monday yesterday anyway, so we're just continuing on and pretending it's a full week. So if you watch that video, then you will know that I am reading or rereading An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. This is a YA fantasy that is based on or inspired by kind of the Roman Empire. And it also got a lot of kind of Persian mythology. So we've got, I think Jinn is how you say it, Efreets, butchering the pronunciation. I will look up the pronunciation and come back to you. But I really love that mythology. It's kind of the same as the City of Brass. Similar mythology is in that as well, and I love it. I love that world. So this is a reread for me and I am loving it. I was worried I wouldn't because I don't tend to like rereads as much. I read this book a long time ago, so I was worried my taste would have changed, but I'm still really enjoying it. And I'm currently, sorry, I'm being really quick because I'm in the sitting room and someone's going to interrupt me in a minute, I bet you. I'm on page 300, so I have 150 pages left, hoping to finish this today or tomorrow. And then I'm not sure, I want to continue on with the series, I think, because I'm loving it so much. So I might continue on with this series and we'll just see how it goes. If not, I think the next book I would read, if I didn't want to continue on with the series, which would be the finale to the 5th season trilogy, because I want to read that within the next 2 weeks before I head back home to York, so I don't have to take it with me. So yeah, that's the plan. So I'm really enjoying it. It's a great fantasy. If you haven't picked it up yet, you should, because all the books are out now as well, so you can literally just marathon it if that's the kind of thing that you like to do. But you'd have to wait like ages as well if you don't like to. I don't know what I'm talking about. So yes, it is a lovely sunny day. We're having a mini heat wave in the UK. Basically, we've had like 2 days of sun and everyone's calling it a heat wave. And I'm going to go and spend it in the park with my friends, socially distanced, but it's the first time we've been allowed to see each other in 3 months in the UK. So I'm excited. And yeah, so I don't know how much reading I'm going to do today. Probably not a lot, so I'll probably read most of it tomorrow. And then yeah, I'm excited. It's such a sunny day. Look at can you see it? It's too bright. It's coming, it's coming. There you go. Brightness. Even the windows get foggy. I don't know why for some reason, but they do in here. So yeah, have a good day. I don't know why I'm saying that because you're going to be watching the rest of the video. But still have a good day and I'll see you in a bit. Currently Thursday, and yesterday I finished An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir, the first book in the quartet of, I think it's just called Ember in the Ashes Quartet. I actually don't know what it's actually called as a series. But why has the sun just come out? This is not what we wanted. So I finished the first book and I actually rated it 5 stars. I was thinking maybe is it 4 stars, but actually I just think it's really good, and you know, it's got the nostalgic for me, like the nostalgic feel for me, because obviously I read it quite when I was young, maybe like 16 years old, and getting into fantasy for the first time, and I just really loved it. And I still think that if you aren't reading it for a nostalgic reason, because I've read books that I thought would be like I would enjoy them just for nostalgic reasons and I didn't, so I don't think I'm that prejudiced. I generally think this is actually quite a good book. Like the storytelling is very good. Sabaa Tahir is very good at like writing, and the way that she creates the world without info dumping, and it's just kind of, it feels very natural that this is the world. There's maybe a little bit of info dumping at the start, but it very quickly becomes just a normal, like the world is very quickly established and just everything else that you learn about it is kind of as it goes along. So if you like YA, I think you'll definitely like this. It has the kind of fast-paced nature to it that YA tends to have, while still having like not, it doesn't feel like you got whiplash. It doesn't feel like you're going like dun 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 very fast. I also think the characters, actually, funnily enough, so we follow 2 characters. We follow Leia or Laia, I don't know how you say it, and Elias. So they're kind of on two opposing things. Elias is a mask who is on the kind of Imperial Empire side of the army. So they are the conquering force that conquered liars, people, the scholars who are now the suppressed basically. And Elias has just qualified or is about to qualify as a mask, which is the elitist kind of soldiers in this Imperial army, and they are basically trained killing machines, like they are top-notch killing people. But he doesn't like it, he doesn't agree with their morals, he doesn't agree with how kind of heartless and soulless they are, so he actually wants to run away at the start of this book. Things prevent that and it starts unrolling that when he can't do that, and he ends up becoming a contestant in this game that they've devised to find out who the new emperor is going to be. And Lia's brother is kidnapped by the emperor people, by the masks basically, and to try and get them back she joins the resistance, and the resistance, to then get him out of prison, say that she has to become a spy in the mask kind of academy training camp, and that's how they meet and cross paths. So it's a very interesting, it's a good plot, it's a tantalising plot, and definitely keeps you engaged and is definitely easy to read, so it doesn't feel like you're putting a lot of effort in for no get back, if that makes sense. A lot of the time when you read fantasies, especially when they're quite heavy, you can be reading, well I find anyway, I can be reading for hours and I've read like 10 pages. Whereas this is quite rewarding how like quickly I got through it. So what else was I gonna say? Oh yes, that's what I remember what I was gonna say. The reason I started explaining what it was, so Elias is obviously the male kind of romantic lead in this, and possibly because I was quite young and I just wanted like the romance in it, I didn't really pick up on actually he's not like he's not problematic. Like I wouldn't say he's not evil or anything like that. He just does a lot of stupid boy stuff and you're just like, Elias, why did you do that? Like he's a bit insensitive sometimes and kind of just like a typical teen boy that's not like the perfect romantic person, which I quite liked. Like he has flaws, but then they're not so bad that you think he should not like a negative romantic role model, if that makes sense. But I hadn't noticed that, or I don't remember that from the start, so maybe he develops or we get less of that in the later books, but I quite liked picking up on those kind of things and just being like, why are you doing that? That's not good. So yeah, I really thoroughly enjoyed my reread of this and I'm very excited to get on to the next one. I think I am actually going to continue with the series and read A Torch Against the Night, just because I don't want to be out of this world yet and I'm feeling like reading it, so I'm going to read it and not force myself to read something I don't want to read, because I was a bit worried it would be like two of the same series in the same like vlog and it's just going to be a bit boring or a bit repetitive if you're not interested in this series, but it's what I want to read, so Shari. So if I'm correct, I remember this being much more of a journey kind of travel log type book where they travel across the empire, but I can't remember and I don't want to spoil it in case you haven't seen it or read it, so I'm not going to give you too much about this, kind of more just general feels of how it's going and whether or not I'm still enjoying it, whether or not it's better than the first one, that kind of thing, rather than detrimental like plot things that would spoil it. So that's my next goal to read, and I'm going to start it actually right now because it's that time of the evening that I start reading. So I'm going to do that and then I'll get back to you and let you know how it's going at some point in the next few days. Hello, so it's a bit of a short weekly reading vlog this week because I'll admit I haven't read that much this week. I am only on page 130 of the second book of A Torch Against the Night, so I've literally read not a lot. Very little this week. I just haven't been very motivated this week. I don't know, I just haven't been motivated either to do uni work, to sit and read, or just like, I don't know, I've just been slobbing on my phone basically and not been doing any work, which is really bad. So hopefully next week I will get more into it and hopefully get a bit more productivity back. I do tend to go like this time of the month for some reason. It does just tend to be like my motivation just slumps. I noticed that last month as well when I was doing my vlog, but I am enjoying this. I think I do prefer the first book than the second book, and from my recollection it was the same when I first read it as well, but I'm still enjoying it. I am remembering most of what's happened so far, which I think is maybe also why it's taking me a little bit longer to get through just because I don't know, but I think I've read pretty much everything that I remember happening. I don't remember what happens the rest of the book or in the third book. I'm trying to remember what happened in the third book. I can remember like a little thing, but not a lot at all. So yeah, I think it will get more interesting as I read it. I'm still loving this series though. I still think it's a really good series, and Sabaa Tahir's writing is still really great in it. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. This is such a short blah. This is such a short vlog. I'm gonna make a goal to try and read at least 50 pages of this a day. Push for a little bit more, like 50 to 100 pages. I need to do uni work as well as organise to go back home, because I moved back home a week today, or back to uni a week today. So it's all kind of, I've got stuff to do, and I go back to work in a week. So I'm nervous for that because I feel like I'm gonna have no time again, working again, and uni work and everything like that, because pubs and stuff open again. So yes, we'll see. I might have to pause weekly reading vlogs just for a few weeks between when like I go back to work and when my essays and dissertation is due in the middle of May, just because I'm not sure I'm going to be able to juggle weekly, like as much reading as a weekly reading vlog entails, and doing my dissertation and working part-time. But we'll see. I will try, because I really don't want to do that. I want to be able to continue reading and vlogging it for you, because I really enjoy these videos when I'm more productive. This vlog's not been very productive, but we'll see, we'll get there. So yes, that just might happen in the next few weeks. So if my videos go down to 1 a week, that'll be the reason, but it won't be permanent. It will just be temporary. So don't worry. Thank you again for watching. If you did like the video, please give it a like, and if you would like to see more, then subscribe. That would be fabulous, and I will hopefully see you in a new video very soon. Hope you had a good day, and see you then.